forgot yesterday to get the tomahawk on video. I'm going to take one of the railroad spikes and go ahead and do a tomahawk out of it. It's a little bit shorter than the rest of them, but there's still enough material to make a small tomahawk out of. Start with the tip, work the tip back down in on itself. But being as you have a tip, it's going to want to start to roll at the very top. Keep that in check, or you'll get a cold shunt later on. No mice corner, we'll start to take about 1.5 inches material and mushroom it back down on itself so we have enough material to draw out the head of the tomahawk. It's trying to turn into a U-nail. You'll have to fight it, keep it back in line, but you can see where it's starting to mushroom tip. From there, all I'm going to do is straighten it back out. Now that I have that mass on the end, we'll start drawing that out into the face of the tomahawk itself. Flatten it out, do some touch-up work on that back corner, keep widening it and thinning it. Come here. Come here. I'll get you. Drawing it down and out. So right here where it starts to hump up, you can do the same thing that you did at the beginning. Get it hot, work it back in on itself, and then keep drawing it out to however big you want, so long as you got the material there to do it. Alright, so I'm happy with how big I have the face of it. Now the tomahawk's supposed to be drifted from the top, as the handle slides in from the top and it flares out. For starting out, I'm going to start on the inside. That way I can get my hole all the way through. I got to control my heat because it's not very thick. But we're going to start to drift the eye, and then from there, it's just touch-up work. When you start, take your time. Always take your time. If you mess up here, it's only going to get worse. Get everything lined up in the center as best you can. You can take, while it's cold, and make a mark. Or you can come back and drill you a hole, but the metal stretches differently from there. Always check your chisel too. chisel doesn't have a bevel all the way to the center, the further you go in, the more it'll get off. Alright. Go back and fire. I'll see y'all when I get through it. Alright, so punched all the way through it. I see you. Anyway, it's a little bit off center. So later on, when I go to finish out the drift, I'll take my torch, heat up just one side so it stretches it out more. It's part of the controlled heat. I'm not perfect, I just eyeballed it. But we got a hole. We're gonna round it out and then teardrop it. Alright, so it took a little bit longer than I was hoping for, but we got an eye all the way through it. Now all we gotta do is clean it up, put a handle on it, and I'll do something similar yesterday, burn the handle. I may put a key in it just to stop it from wiggling out eventually, because it wedges itself in, but it doesn't seat like a regular hammer does, or a hammerhead.